Yo, yo. Good morning, yo, yo. Good morning.
Shut up, you dickhead! Now fuck off!
What is up, my gamer?
Sorry, one sec. I'm missing something. Oh, here it is. Mad Bro, hello, sir. Yo, 9 months, thank you, buddy. Just good morning, good morning. We are just gonna chill here for a bit and try and do some odds and ends to try and downsize. Odds and ends downsizing. These are just these are cardboard terrain that I've had for a while that I'm trying to just like glue together. If it's on a sprue, throw the sprue away and put everything in a bin. I believe this is all good. Yeah. Yeah, it's just cardboard terrain. Easy cardboard terrain. Okay, I should start gluing something at least. Chrissy, hello, ma'am. All right, let's see here. I wonder what way these are supposed to go. Let me look up what way these are supposed to go. All right. Yeah, it's good to get rid of shit. I mean, I have to for the moves, so I'm just trying to go through things that I know are just going to be a little bit easier if I just have them done and in a bin. And if I have them, I may as well build them. These are really simple to build. Just glue. So it certainly is a good idea. It just goes for like anything you have, you know? You may as well do it if you got it. Sprues specifically are very annoying to take with you. Like, you'll spend a bit of money to try and, like, buy organizers and things, but it's better than having just a bunch of raw material kind of just, like, floating around. Like, infinitely better. Much, much better. Okay, I gotta see how these actually glue together. Bo. Okay. Where is this one? Actually, I don't need to know now. Bum, bum, bum. Every time I hear that band, I just miss playing Zangief, and then I don't miss smashing my controller. It's just the nature of things. It's how we're wired. It's how we're wired. Sorry, my chat system is like really fucked up. I moved a few things around. Cool, sure. Hello, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna be super chillin' for today, I gotta say. Super chillin'. Oh, me and Yvonne are playing Old World now, which is like the best case scenario. We've already played an Old World game. Spearhead's fine, but there's no depth. Not like Old World, obviously. It's not even comparable, but we're back to the good stuff. I still gotta build out my AOS stuff, but I don't know if I'll be doing that anytime soon, considering I have a bunch of other stuff to get through first. It's like your usual backlog nonsense, but in this case I have to move, so I'm trying to get as much shit out of the way. Not rush through it. I do wonder how they're going to expand Spearhead, though. Give it a few years, you're gonna get, like... The next one's gonna be in a mine. Next one's gonna be some dwarf-looking ass Karak. It'd be lovely. Yeah, I got no idea what this is. We gotta change this. Okay. That's not bad. There's supposed to be a new Trollfest song coming out, but I think it comes out in like 2 days. I think. Yeah, it looks about 2 days from now. Lame. Yeah, that was a cool concept. Wasn't that boarding? Was that boarding actions? Is that what that was? I mean, any sort of like tight corridored conceptual thing is very cool. At the end of the day, the more the merrier when it comes to terrain. Yeah, it's the same terrain. Yeah. I mean, they're still trying to sell boarding actions. That shit's like $300 a box. That shit is bonkers expensive, but it looks nice. It looks nice, but Christ, it's expensive. Get an entire army or get one box of terrain. Still not as ridiculous as Pokemon. That's always a bonus. Whenever you think your hobby could get worse, just look at Pokemon. Which is a very unfortunate thing, but you know. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, that's how they get you anyways, right? It is worth it to buy those, but it still is expensive as shit. But it is worth it for sure. Like, starter sets are meant to be the most value. The issue is, how much of the starter set do you even want? Whenever I look at a starter set, I'm like, I want everything but the minis. Like, there's no minis in most boxes that I really care for, but that's just what I like. Okay, this one. Let's move all this out of the way. Out of the way. Oh my god. Okay. Is that it? Nope. Garbage. Garbaggio. Hmm. I think this is the exact same way those go. Like this, I believe. I believe. Well, you kind of have to believe in yourself for this. There's no instructions. The instructions are in YouTube videos that are like 25 years old. It's so weird. Belief. Belief in your ability to do something. Easy enough. Holy moly. It's too early for this. I feel so sick. I need food. My ass is falling apart. No, I'll eat in a bit. We need to do this. This is more important. Which one did you get? The shitty one? Well, to be honest, the one they have on store shelves is shit. But, yeah, it's all right. They're cool. That one just doesn't have it's missing coverage. The shitty one, yeah. That's the standard one that's on store shelves right now. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's a gaming product. It's more of like expand your collection with this product, you know? That's the idea. You just don't have like you're just missing a lot of troops. That's it. Yeah. Well, they're hard to play because you just get nothing to work with. That's the idea. But Spearhead's fun for just rolling dice. The ideal scenario is just everyone plays Old World. That's it. That's the ideal scenario. AOS is fun, though. Ivana still likes AOS a lot, so do I, but it takes a bit of time to get games going unless it's Spearhead for that. Oh. You know, it'd be interesting to actually have spearheads that you can make. Like, you can still play at that pointed game, but maybe throw, like, a few different units in. Because, like, they're very strict. And, again, they're meant to just be, like, plug and play. Just like this shit. This is basically Spearhead. It's plug and play. There's not much in the way of, like, theory crafting or anything. It's just more of, like, with the tools you're given, what do you do? Starting to work on the cog fort. How many cog forts did you get when they came out? Did you just get the one? Which I think for most people would be normal. Just one. Or maybe 3. Isn't that the, forgot what they're called in Age of Sigmar. Like, is it a Regiment of Renown? Army of Renown uses 5. Yeah, it's just a whole army of cog forts. I mean, I guess that's what Warhammer is, though, right? There's always things that are so outlandish that work, that will get you to buy 5 cog forts and then probably never use them again outside of that, like, detachment, whatever you want to call it. That list. Options. €600 deep. You know what? Hey, they're a miniature company. They sell you something, you'll buy it, and you'll enjoy it. Which I'm sure people have played that list and have enjoyed that list, so it's a win-win. Tis a win-win, sir. A win-win. The Cog Fort is cool, though. That's a pretty cool unit. It's just, from what I've seen, very ridiculous to build. Very, very ridiculous. Finish up painting for the night. Oils down for the skin of Epidemius. Nice. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to painting anything Nurgle, it's very liberating. It's like, even if you think you fuck up, you're gonna love it. And if you don't fuck up and you love it, you're gonna love it even more. I had that same feeling when I was painting zombies back in the day. I'm like, how can you fuck this up? Although there always is a method to the madness. Yeah, we're just gluing cardboard fences. I need to seal all of these and then chuck them in a bin. Seal and chuck. I don't think this is gonna glue. Is it gonna glue? I hope it glues. Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. I mean, you make it as nice as you want, right? If you love it and you want to go all out, absolutely. If you don't, and you just want to slap some toilet bowl water onto it, that'll work too. It'll all work. Yeah, when it comes to the Creative juices. Nurgle's got that in abundance. Any rotten, fleshy, dirty thing is usually very liberating. Very, very liberating. Is this on straight? I think that's straight. Sloven Knights. What are those from? Is that 40k? I hear that and I think AOS. Oh, it is AOS. Oh, there you go. All right. I was right. I was correctamundo. Okay, I gotta go back and just make sure these are all not gonna fall apart. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I do know. There's so many damn names in Warhammer, you just can't remember them all. Everyone's in their own little ecosystem when it comes to, like, things. Are they good in game? I know Nurgle had the refresh, and then they also had Dark Water, because I think everything in Dark Water can also be used in AOS. Which I'm not sure if those characters in Darkwater could be used in AOS, but that'd be something. Darkwater! Yeah, it was, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Whenever you've got those, like, little one-off games, you've got, like, the big bad is kind of the refresh. I mean, even Warcry and all those other things, Underworlds, like, you've got warbands of, like, full vampire counts, or full vampire, fucking Soulblight that you could just use. They're just 4 different characters. The fuck are we listening to? Nano War of Steel. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, well, they look good. The sculpts are great. Those sculpts are really, really good. They all feed into themselves, right? It's like if they brought out Darkwater and suspected only people would use those in Darkwater, I think they wouldn't be doing too well. But it's the same thing with it's the same thing with the new introductory sets for 40k where you've got like the unique sculpts for the Space Marines and the Orcs. It's like no current player wants those, but since they're unique sculpts, now they do. If they suspected only beginners to kind of pick them up and be like, oh, that's cool, maybe, but, you know, they get to sell twice as much now to beginners and people who already own armies. So they get to double dip, which is the correct way to do it for sure. It's just a bit weird. Slightly scummy. Or you could just release them separately and be like, okay, we don't need to keep selling introductory sets to people who know what they're doing and have enough gaming material to play. Shit. Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no money in... Well, you release a new product, you've got money, but otherwise you want people kind of buying new stuff and buying a lot of it. If you've been doing the hobby long enough, you've probably got what you think is everything you need, but you know it's not deep down. There's going to be something that hits you mentally, and you're going to be like, oh. Really? And I mean, if we're being honest here, though, if you're a business, you probably want to focus on getting new people. Once you've already got people, great, but, you know, they've already made you money. Now you need more money. So it's like, yeah, you know, every Games Workshop you go to is very curated to be the learning experience instead of the super existing player base experience. Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? They butter you up. If they can butter you up, they have another customer. Even if you're a long-time customer, they'll get you again. It's okay. The next time you go into a Games Workshop or any hobby store, you're going to get the Battle March boxes for Old World. And then you're really going to be in the thick of it. My money! My money! Well, it's not, technically, it's not your money. It's GW's money. You made that pact when you were born. Like some sort of cursed satanic ritual. You had like GW's lawyers in there already signing contracts for like half your money, half the income you'll make throughout your life. All right, one more, and I gotta go get the Mod Podge, I believe. It's probably there. I think I still have mine. All right, be right back. One sec. All right. Never mind. Let's just do this one now. We'll have this one. Let's try and get this done. Finitoed. This one. Let's move all this shit out of the way. Get out the way! Get out of the way! Right, this one. What is this one? A bridge. Sure. This I have to look up. I have no idea how to build this fucking thing. God forbid they're dreadful YouTube videos. At least it's quick. Nico, yo, buddy. Okay, let's just pop all this shit out. Now, this is a UK company, Battle Systems. Go on Google, look up Battle Systems, and honestly, it looks good altogether, even if it is cardboard, and I just don't have time for proper terrain, so I'm trying to at least build all of this so I can chuck it in storage, or if me and Ivana want to do more games, this is like the easiest way to do it. Yeah, I've won against Ivana. I've won one Spearhead game. It's tough, man. I mean, that Night Hunt Spearhead's like really, really oppressive. I mean, even Vampire counts. Vampire counts at like any point range is going to be oppressive. And that's kind of what it was, because we played 650. Just tough. I don't know what it is, but like all the undead stuff is just super good, man. Like everywhere in every GW game. All right, let's see what we got to do with this. Bridge. No, vampire counts are like really fucking good. You can't kill units. They're super jacked up half the time. They have screams, which you can't really deal with. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like thematically perfect. Just a little bit too much going on. They won't be getting much. Legacy armies don't really get any attention. They do have the square-based Renegade pack, which is just more of like a rules tweak. I don't know if you've heard of Rob and Val, who run I think it should be square-based. But those guys do a lot of old world stuff, and they've made like tweaks to armies and things to kind of keep them up in line with other armies. Like the ones that GW are not focusing on, all the legacy stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, vampire counts are like oppressive as shit. You're dealing with Spirit Halloween Unleashed 365 days a year. No, there's no I don't care about winning, man. It's just love of the game. Like winning is great, but I don't play League to perma win. I don't play Warhammer to perma win. I just do it because I love it. If you give up because you lose, you're a loser. That's when you're a loser, you know? That's all I gotta say. Do things for the love of the game, and if you're losing, rethink your strategy. Don't give up. Never give up. Okay, well, if you're young, that's different. But if you're old and grumpy, I mean, give it a chance, you know? Keep playing. Strategize. Right? You gotta mix and match. You gotta do different things. Think a little bit. Never give up. It's like that Asian guy in that one video who's like in the water crab fishing or something. Never give up. When it comes out, I'm gonna give it a try when it comes out for sure. I don't think the content in it is my favorite thing. Like, you know, End Times is, I'm not gonna say cool, but the End Times, you know, with Nagash and everything, great. Glotkin, Thankful, all the Mortarks are coming. Like, that's fun. I will be playing for sure, 100%. I have no idea if this is correct. I'm just going to assume it is. The best thing about Total War updates is you get more things to fight. That's kind of where I'm at. Because, like, Dwarf DLC, I mean, God forbid we get Bugman anytime soon. Bare minimum is just Bugman. That'd be great. So you can't really go wrong with getting bare minimum. I have to watch the YouTube video. I don't know what I'm doing. Belgian, hello, sir. The game is fun. I miss playing Total War, but yeah, ever since we played literally thousands of hours of that game, it was just like, I'd like a little bit more content. Not, I don't need more content for me. I need more content to play around. Although, again, new dwarf units would be great. New heroes, whatever. Can't I just look at the image? Oh, is that how that works? Oh. You know, the only thing I'm worried about is when 40k Total War comes out, I don't know if they're going to care too much about, you know, Warhammer Total War, like fantasy. I hope they still do. I hope they keep up with it, but, you know, I guess we'll see. Turtle, hello, sir. Pretty sure somewhere they did say they wanted to keep up with it, because, like, why wouldn't you? But 40k is such a big endeavor that, like, I feel like you probably want to put all your efforts into that, considering it's also 40k. Like, there's just a million more fans of 40k than there are fantasy. Not for a good reason, I'll say, but, you know, they're both great. But, yeah, 40k is just more popular. They're good in their own ways. And I think this goes here. And then this goes on this end. The boat is separate. Well, we've already played. We played a game of Old World. This is just like terrain that I've had that I just at least want to build and then put in storage. It's better than just having it all flat packed and away. So if we want to use a bridge, you know, throw one out there, but yeah, just got to get stuff done and then put away, which is the goal right now. Downsize, downsize, and if you have it, build it and bin it. And this stuff is like cheap. I think this bridge was like $8, which is not bad for something that looks like that. It's totally fine. It does the job. Yeah, that's good. I don't know what the hell that means, brother. I got no clue what that means. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, how do I actually glue this together? Probably just chuck a bunch of glue on the underside. We could start with that. Unless I want to pull this apart and just glue it. I don't know if that's going to work. This is like a really tight fit. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see if that's even going to go back on. Okay, it works. Yeah, the table me and Ivana played on is, I might have photos of it, but it's just a little, like, neoprene mat with, some of this terrain and then, some pre-made woodland scenic stuff. If you like the look of old, railroad model setups. Did I post it? I posted a little bit of it. Yeah, there it is. All that little dinky terrain in the middle is supposed to be, what was it? Battle systems, so this stuff. I think I might have another photo. Hang on. Is the music a bit quiet? I think it's just because the music is so loud on my end. I don't know why. I think it might be my audio mixer where it's like just fucking blasting my ears out. Yeah, there we go. I'll up it more. That might be better. Where's the table? Let me just do this. Excuse me. Yeah, so this was the table. Where was it? Table. This was the game we played. Just a bunch of like quick pre-made shit and a bunch of like random skull pass dwarves that have like blue tack to bases just to play the game. Yeah. I thought it was cool though. It's cool to have a little gaming table. You know, despite all this stuff being rolled up and put in a bin within like three minutes. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. The backdrop is just like a mirrored Google image printout on like 4 pieces of paper. Yeah. So I liked it. She liked it. Well, she liked it when the Graveguard got in combat. Otherwise, she was like, this is so boring. Which I don't blame her. It's just zombies and fellbats and direwolves walking in. So, you know, or charging halfway across the fucking board. Yeah. It is what it is. When the Graveguard get in, you're game over. There we go. Yeah, those are book stands. It was like $10, $15 on Amazon. They're really useful, considering if I have to teach her the game, it's better just to have the rulebook out so we can both reference it. And, like, yeah, it just makes more sense. I think she, well, okay. Age of Sigmar is a lot faster. Old World's pretty slow, which I prefer. I prefer slow games. So for the sake of, like, doing stuff, I think she prefers Age of Sigmar. Because, like, you can't really compare the Night Hunt to, like, Vampire Counts. Like, same, but different. Like, everything in the Night Hunt army kills something. Vampire Counts are more of, like, a slow grind. Or they've got big units that just fucking demolish you in 3 seconds, but... yeah. Just a different game. Different, feeling. No, she's making them and painting them. Nothing is pre-made. We did everything ourselves. This terrain is pre-made, but... yeah, Old World is just an RPG. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you'll get carried away making characters, because that's going to eat up so many points, but, like, they do work. Age of Sigmar is good because it's quick. And it's a very fluid game, let me say that much. Old World is very back and forth. Rules have rules. Phases have multiple rules. Can I do this? Well, yes, but I can also do 10 other things. Yeah, they're just, they're both good for their own reasons. Well, the count stuff is just box made. The only thing we did differently was build the zombies a little bit more unique, but that's it. They're all box made. They're not like heavily converted or anything. I have no idea. I haven't really kept up with 40K, so I'm not really sure. Nothing does it like fantasy. That's all I gotta say. nothing does it like Old World. I think right now, for the sake of like 40K, don't you get all the war gear immediately? Isn't that just kind of the thing? Because back in the day, you had to pay for everything. I think now you just get it for free, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell is this for? It's like a crab trap or something? What the fuck is this? Oh, they're just random wood planks. Okay. Oh, they're in the Maelstrom books? Gotcha. That's pretty cool then. I mean, even in Age of Sigmar, you had the Anvil of Apotheosis, which was like how you made your little custom characters, which is cool. You know, you can't really use them, I believe, in any games, but, well, casual games, I mean. Stuff like that is fun. You know, it's not always about playing some sort of match play, very strict kind of centered game where everything has to be a certain way. You know, it's a war game. A lot of it's just back and forth with your opponent, just like, what is this? What is this? Oh, it's great. Cool. That is the charm of it, too. Oh, was it for match play? So you can actually take those characters into match play. Okay, that's cool then. If it's balanced around that, great. If not, also great. Should I glue this down? Probably. There's so many books that GW releases. If you want to buy anything from Games Workshop, the books are probably like the #1 most skeptical you should be. Those books go out of fashion so fast. But they're still good for lore. If you care about the lore, great. If you're in it for the game, it's a bit of a tough sell. Well, campaign books, army books. Well, the thing about, well, okay, I'll say this. In defense of the codexes, the lore seems to be different in basically all of them. Every iteration of a codex usually compounds something based on, like, the narrative, which is great, and you get to know more about your faction. Cool. Like, I still have all the older AOS and fantasy stuff, and they're all different. For the sake of, like, campaign books, though, I mean, you'll buy a bunch. Even, like, rule books, right? Like, they're there for a few years. Great. You got to learn the game. Cool. They release a lot of expansions. And then after a certain point, you're like, how much did I spend? And then you've got a clump of, like, 200 pounds of books that are just kind of... Eh. You know, you'll be adding to that collection very soon. How does this go in? The point costs are all online. Well, rules as well, obviously, new editions, but what I'm trying to say is you just end up with too many books. Too many gaming aids, too many things that kind of, like, at the time are great, and you want to do it, and then you'll get to a certain point where you're like, yeah, I have too much. But if you get your money's worth, at least if you think you do, then that's great. Hmm. The hell does this go on? And I feel like points cost should never be in a book. Like, 100%. That is, like, the #1 most egregious thing. Like, just keep updating the points online. That's fine. I think they're trying to push the new 40k app anyways, which I haven't used, so I don't know how good it is, but I'm assuming it's alright. If they're going to try and push something like that, they have to make it at least serviceable. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah. Well, you know what, though? For the sake of a physical game, it's hard to update stuff, man. It's not like, here's a bunch of patch notes and it just changes automatically. You know, when you're selling physical product, you kind of have to, like, you need a workaround. And I think for the sake of that, it's an alright workaround. I don't think I've loaded up that website once for any rules, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I should glue this. Technically, it doesn't matter. It's just more of, like, get it done. Yeah, I should glue it. Glue it! Whoops. How serious do people take it? very serious. It's like any other game, any other sport, any other brain rot. As serious as you think someone could take something. That's not everyone, but it is as serious as anything else that could be serious. Fuck's sake. Super serious. Yeah, of course. Not saying everyone does that, but you know, you've got some sweats. $1,000%. At the end of the day, you'll have that anywhere in life. People who really take it seriously, people who want to chill. Yeah. I think it's just about enjoying the hobby and not being a cunt. I think that goes for most things in life. Just enjoy what you're doing and don't be a douche. That's like everything. You know? Okay, this has got a glue. Easier said than done with the Warhammer guys. It's about family. Well, it's a very, you know, when you're online anything is so much of a different environment than anything in person. The shit you say online, if you do any of that crap in a gaming store, in front of someone's face, I mean, come on, man. You can sit anonymous and do your douchery, but when it comes to like actual, hey, this is real life, not some fabricated Twitter land, it's a whole different thing. Like, you know, human decency ideally is there. Good luck finding it online. Does it exist? Sure. Is it rare? Yes. This needs to glue. I gotta douse this shit in, like, super glue activator, but it just stinks. Ugh. Yeah, that's good. There you go, little dinky bridge. Dinky bridge! It's like, duel my character, bro. Take it to the bridge. I think me and Ivana need to play another game. This is where we'll duel. This is just cardboard. It's just printed cardboard, but I'm gonna, it's super cheap terrain, but I'm gonna try and make the most of it, because why not? So I got to glue everything and then reinforce all the edges and then maybe paint the edges, and that's it. And then maybe clear coat it. Yeah, it's fairly sturdy. Yeah. It's like a hard cardstock. I mean, you get what you pay for, I'd say. Like, this bridge was, what, 10 bucks? 7.50, I think. It's all done. It looks good on the board, too, if you just want something cheap and quick, which is, for now, kind of where I'm at. I've got, like, GW kits and everything, but for the sake of convenience and kind of where I'm at right now in life, it's like, this'll do. Build it, use it, put it away. No time to make proper terrain, so this is totally acceptable. Totally good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not everything needs to be like a model kit. Even though, you know, the GW terrain looks amazing. Or any like dedicated terrain brand that's more of like a build and paint scenario, yeah. But this is totally good. This looks great. You just got to make it a little bit sturdier is all. I think a lot of this stuff was used for like I think it was used initially for D&D. Well, they say any sort of like 28, 35 millimeter scale game, so I guess in that ballpark. And you can paint it too if you want. Just put a bunch of like weathering effects and whatever else. I'm happy with it. Gets the job done. AOS pre-painted terrain. I mean, chances of them doing that are pretty high. If the 40k ones sell well, there's no reason they wouldn't do AOS. I could see it. Would I get it? That I'm not sure. Maybe. The thing about terrain is it takes up the most space. You need tubs for terrain if you just end up with too much of it. Yeah, anything. I mean, terrain is like wholly entirely up to you. The only thing you really need if you're going to play like match play stuff is just kind of like the terrain footprints to keep it fair. That's really it. And people have been scratch building terrain for ages. It's just kind of like the nature of wargaming or any scale modeling thing. You know, you got your big fancy kits, you got your cardboard terrain, you have your printout terrain, you have just a million options. And it all depends on your lifestyle and your income and just whatever it may be. There's a million factors, right? When I was a kid, I used to make all my terrain. You know, the stuff I got from Games Workshop or like Woodland Scenics, whatever it was fucking amazing. I loved it. But when you're a kid, you go up to the cottage or you go into the woods, you get pieces of cardboard, you find twigs and moss and other things, and you just fucking hot glue them down, and then you've got like yourself a board of terrain. I did that for all of my Lord of the Rings stuff back in the day. Make little troll caves out of like foam, little dwarven pillars out of foam. Anything you find, you go to your driveway and you get rocks. There you go. At the time, I don't think I even cleaned them, so they were dirty. But it was functional. Yeah, you definitely need movement trays. I mean, you could buy the GW ones, but the problem is you have to cut through plastic, which is not the best. I guess the alternative would be cutting through sheet metal, which, yeah. You can also, you know what? You can 3D print or just buy 3D printed movement trays, which, to be honest, are much easier than building them. But yeah, the sky's the limit when it comes to that stuff. Recent download stuff GW put out was pretty neat. It's like old school GW where they're like promoting creating your own terrain. I mean, I like GW terrain. If you want the look of Warhammer, of course you could go with GW terrain, but it is a model kit. Like as an example, here is an example. This is a Warhammer Fantasy wall, or like now Old World wall. So you've got your like thatched little section and then your wooden fence. Or you go with like battle systems, which is just a piece of cardboard. Do you want the look of Warhammer, or do you want just like a little generic piece of cardboard? Either way, there's something for everyone. Same thing with, you know, stone walls, right? It's like, this is what stone walls look like in Warhammer. Or this is the cardboard equivalent, but they all look fine on the table. Stick it to the cardboard tray to have minis magnetized. You could do that, yeah. People use magnets all the time. For Ivana's Old World stuff, we're using Cobalt Keep bases, which are really fucking nice, and they already come with magnets and magnet wells, so... I'm about to order a cutter and some sandpaper. Anything else you would recommend for tools? I mean, honestly, clippers, a knife, like a hobby knife with X-Acto blades. Here, I'll just show you. Let's just say knife, clippers, sandpaper, glue, Tamiya extra thin. You can also use like Revel or Games Workshop glue, whatever this stuff, because it has a nozzle. It's a bit thicker. Beyond that, not really, to be honest. I think you can pretty much build any model kit with just these. In terms of sandpaper, I would go anywhere from like 8 to 1200, so 8, 1000, 12. You don't have to do 12, but 8 to 1000 is like totally fine. Even lower if you want to do that. It's just going to be more abrasive and kind of like hack up the plastic, but yeah. Yeah, you should be good. This hobby's full of bullshit. I've got like 10 pairs of clippers, 20 knives, like 20 glues. It's all nonsense. You don't need all that. Only a few basic things and you'll be set. Build it out of sprues. Yeah, you can build anything out of... Like, movement trays can be anything. When I was playing Fantasy back in the day, I was using magnetized sheet, like rubbery magnet sheets that I would glue down to either the GW movement trays or... I think at the time it was chipboard and then cardboard. So just a bunch of things. As long as you can move the unit across the board, that's all that matters. Now you've got 3D prints. Sand sponge. You could use sanding sponges. Yeah. If you want a one and done, look up the brand Dispay. Dispay is a Chinese company, and they are the goats right now, in my opinion, of, like, anything hobby-related. So, I think this was, like, 10 bucks. I can't remember how much. 20 bucks, maybe? But it's just a container of all your sanding sponges. This is more of, like, Gundam nut, you know, levels of nonsense, but yeah. DSPIAE. DSPIAE. Yeah, you can use sanding sponges, sanding twigs. Any of that stuff is relevant. It's just all taken from, like, the Gundam world, kind of thrown over into Warhammer, and then vice versa. Elmo, hello, sir. I bought some used fire spells for D&D. I know the majority find them ugly. I like them. The Flame Spitter, you've got the Elemental, the Magma Droth looking thing. You've got the Firewall, the Rune Wall. Yeah, they're cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Yeah, you're good, man. No worries. The thing is, when it comes to hobbying, there's a million brands, there's a million tools, there's a million ways to do stuff, and my suggestions are only my suggestions. You can make use of a piece of blunted metal instead of a knife. You can use cheap, shitty clippers if you want instead of good clippers. It's all just, you know, budget, user-friendly, you know, whatever works for you, right? So, you should be good with that stuff, though. 100%. But yeah, clippers, knife, glue, sandpaper, sanding stick, whatever it may be, that's literally all you'll need. Zelda dungeon to fight in the Storm Vault terrain. I think I've seen that, right? Wasn't that for Warcry? That was a Warcry terrain set, right? I thought it looked good. Looks very Zelda dungeony. try and sand this, actually. Is that going to work? It works. Terrain is great because it's very universal at times. Like, who's to say you can't have old world looking stuff in Age of Sigmar? You know, maybe not like all the Age of Sigmar stuff in fantasy, but, you know, high fantasy stuff's a little bit hard to sell. Low fantasy, I mean, it can go anywhere. You can have some sort of low fantasy stuff on some backwater shithole in 40k as well. I'm Canadian. So I'm in neither of those places. I'm over in Canada. But the owner of the Warp, if you're referring to that, because you said UK, is a buddy of mine. Who, if I did live in the UK, we'd be at his store 24/7. That would be the place to live. We'd live there. If you're any sort of hobbyist, you know what it means to have, like, a store local and a community. It's, like, the most important thing to wargaming. Yeah. No, yeah, it's just a buddy of mine. Community and people are, like, easily the heart of the heart of gaming. No, it is a thing here, but I don't really live near any, like, gaming stores, to be honest. In the UK, you'll find them at every store corner. Here we've got weed dispensaries. In the UK, you've got, like, war game stores. It's like, listen, I don't need drugs. I need Warhammer. It's worse. I'm going to use a fucking file for this. Sandpaper dog shit. Weed, well, that's what it is. I mean, weed is legalized here. I don't smoke. I might look like I smoke, but I don't do any of that. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Just not my thing. I've got Warhammer. It's worse. Yeah, every corner here, you've got, like, dispensaries. Plastic crack. You know, it is, though. Wargaming is such a treat, but it's also, it's a lot. Warhammer's a lot. Like, I've been doing this shit for ages, but I still feel it's somewhat overwhelming at times just because of how much goes into it. And that could also just be your brain working against you, which is most likely the case, but... Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of... Well, the surrounding area of Niagara Falls, I don't think is too good. And Niagara Falls is just like a tourist attraction area, so... Like the falls itself. You're going to have a lot of people doing whatever. I like that place, though. I've gone there a bunch. Me and my girlfriend went there for our little getaway at one point. We spent, like, every day eating at fucking Rainforest Cafe. Next to the apes. And the giraffes. Actually, there are no giraffes, I believe, but... Danner, hello, sir. I'm good, buddy. Just very, very busy, so we're trying to get back to some normalcy. Which is a lovely thing. Yeah, this is the chill zone right now. Well, any tourist attraction area is like super expensive. If I could go, I would go to my local. What is that? Is that what is SIH? What does that mean? Local C store in Montreal. It's 20 to 30-minute car ride. Is that like a drug? It's like a smoke store. Or is that a hobby store? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. You've got a lot of that in Montreal, too. Montreal is, there's a lot of younger people in Montreal. Oh, you meant local-ish. Was it local-ish? Oh, he just, okay. I'm like, is that a, what? I get no clue. I can only read and try and understand what's typed. It's so much easier if you're talking to someone. Like, the tone of text can be so, like, different. Super, super different. Machu Picchu. That's a mountain, right? This is just a custom keyboard that was, it's from a company called Drop. They were doing, Dwarven Kuzdul keyboards. It's like the Moria one. This was years ago, though. I can't even remember how many years ago. Ancient Incan Citadel in the mountains. Sounds like a dwarf hold. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know what? You only live once, and if you want to go see that stuff, that's awesome. The world is a very big place, and it is much bigger than your bubble. Some people like their bubble. Some people like leaving it. I like leaving it periodically, but, you know, it's good to sit indoors and, you know, go about your usual stuff. Yeah, I think the older that you get, the more you want to travel. The older you get, the more you want to, like, connect with nature and, like, you can't speak for everyone, but, you know. When I was younger, I just wanted to sit indoors and do Warhammer and play games and fuck about. I still want to do that. But, you know, it's good to get out and see the world a bit. Whatever brings you fulfillment in life is valid. The only explanation you need is your own. That's pretty cool. There's a lot, I mean, yeah, a lot of people do love traveling. The problem? Money and time. Can't travel unless you've got either. The two biggest factors to, like, doing anything in life is having the funds and having the time. And also the health. Health is a big thing. It's just we tend to kind of think about our health last, considering we have to survive somehow, and then if we do, great. Well, it's always easier to do that, but I mean, if you want to travel, that's your own doing. I would love to go to the UK. I think that's still kind of like the place I want to be, but it's very, with my current situation, there's no way. Like, I really, really want to go to the UK. Or even Japan. Japan's cool. Ivana wants to go to Japan. Fuck, even I want to go to Japan. Gotta go to Pokemon World. Oh my god, Pokemon World. Even the scalpers are there. You've got, like, the big international chud lineup. Scalper edition at Pokemon World. Everyone's, like, stealing fucking wrappers and sifting through garbage cans for, like, crap that no one wants, but people do want. You live in Japan. That's cool. How do you like it? I feel like I don't know if I'd call it a social aspect of Japan, but the nightlife outside world of Japan, from what I've seen in cities, probably isn't much different from other cities, but, like, it seems a little bit more low-key. Got some amazing Sisters of Battle model. That's cool. Yeah, Warhammer's in Japan right now. They have a cafe over there. That's cool. As much as we all can say something negative about Games Workshop, I'm glad people are enjoying the hobby no matter where they are. And Japanese people are fucking insane at modeling. Any sort of, like, scale model, Gundam-y, you know, thing like that is just fucking turned up to 11. Like, those guys are amazing. It's all love of the game. The work culture? Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly something I always hear about, is the work culture is very toxic. But, you know, we all go through different things, and we're all given different opportunities and whatever it may be. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I would imagine. Tons of things to do, tons of food, tons of great places to visit. That's cool. One day I will visit Japan. I will be there. You know, isn't 7-Eleven a Japanese thing? I think it originated in Japan, no? Or like a Japanese guy opened up 7-Eleven? Because I know 7-Eleven and all the food there, like, I'm not saying 7-Eleven is like cream of the crop food, but like, it's supposed to be really well taken care of. Yeah. Compared to some of the stores we have here, yeah. I would think so. One day, though. Tickets are pretty expensive. Anytime you want to travel, it's very expensive. I think it's like, what, $2,000 to get over there, possibly? Like, whoa! Yeah, I'll come get him. All right, give me 5 minutes, folks. I gotta go get Mochi to go take a doo-doo. We gotta go poo-poos. We gotta go poo-poo. It originated in the U.S., but it was dealing with finance issues, so Japan took it over. Oh, is that really what it was? Well, that's cool. I think I've been to a few 7-Elevens when I was in the U.S. Give me like 5-10 minutes. BRB, folks. All right. We're gonna be on for another maybe like hour or so. I just want to try and get some of this stuff done, and then I gotta head out. And then I gotta stream on the other channel. Yeah, I need to just try and sand off some nubs, which thankfully sand very easily. And then I gotta go pick up a prescription. Cafe owner and Akihabara, some workers helped me paint my sister's battle wall since it was the first time I've ever done it. Yeah, you know what? Everyone there is super helpful. When it comes to like any Warhammer hobby in general, or any hobby period, people are very helpful. Like, no matter what you want to do, you're going to have people who support what you want to do, you know? And people are always very welcoming. Maybe not on Twitter. Obviously, you never gauge what goes on Twitter in terms of any community, but people are usually very welcoming when it comes to newbies or whatever it may be. There's a lot of people who are getting into it. I know Asmongold just got into it again. It would yeah, spin that however you want, but you know. Yeah, Warhammer is great, man. It's just a matter of like, I don't know. What do you enjoy about Warhammer is kind of the big thing. There's just so much to this hobby. Everyone is doing 40K. 40K is the big thing. Which, to be fair, it's been the big thing for a while. The more the merrier. I don't think I know that guy, but that's cool. Like, again, it's... If you like... All these guys come from gaming, and they play games of Warcraft and whatever else. Like, Warhammer's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah. It's an easy sell. It's a great thing, though. It's just very, thing about Warhammer is it's such a long process, such a long endeavor. I think the word for it is labor of love. Means Squizzy. Is it Squizgar? I know of Rogue Trader, I just never played it. Apparently it's really good. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, my chat system is all fucked. Yeah, Rogue Trader's cool. I would love a fantasy version of that, but like, you know, like a fantasy game. Started streaming a few years back. Yeah, I gotcha. That's cool. Well, I mean, Warhammer Fantasy, anything would be fucking dope. Total War is still kind of like the GOAT fantasy game. I don't think anything will ever top Total War. But if they were to tackle the old world in some capacity and had like the same thing as Rogue Trader, I mean, that would be like the perfect game ever. Like a Baldur's Gate. Yeah, exactly. Like, how sick would that fucking be? How cool. Yeah, Vermintide is fantasy. Vermintide is the end times, specifically. That's when everything's hitting the fan. Total War is a bit of a tough game. It's a tough game. Any RTS is going to be tough. It's pretty in-depth. Unit positioning, unit matchups, just everything about it is very information dense, so a lot of what you're going to be doing is just getting shit on until you kind of understand everything. Yeah. It's good fun, though, like anything, once you learn it. You just got to learn it first. That's the problem. Yeah, well, those are your traditional, like, Total War is just all about movement, units, blocks of infantry. I mean, traditional RTS with, like, the base building and all that stuff, yeah, it's a bit different. I like both. I definitely like both. They have their own enjoyable aspects. Yeah, the AOS, well, that was like a weird point capture game, no? They had like Night Haunt. Who do they have? Cruel Boys, Stormcast, and Night Haunt, I think. Is that what that was? I think they were supposed to have the Fire Slayers, but the game died before they could bring them in. I did see the Mountain Blade Warhammer mod. Yeah, that's dope. That is cool. That's cool as fuck. That's like a totally different experience, but like so fantasy. It's all just like regiments of units and stuff, kind of like walking up, third person, you control them. Well, the camp I don't like Total War campaign. I think it's just super cheesy, super boring. I like human interaction when it comes to fighting people because to me that's like the ultimate skill, the ultimate test. It's so much more enjoyable when you have people, not AI. Like, beating an algorithm isn't fun. Beating someone who's actually thinking and has a brain, that's so much different. So I would agree. I mean, I played campaigns in Total War. It was fine. It's thematic. It's fun. But it doesn't stimulate your brain like multiplayer does. And that's not to say I'm only, like, super hyper-competitive, everything has to be about winning, but I like that challenge. Map painting, yeah. You just walk around and take different regions, yeah. Auto-resolve, auto-resolve. Yeah, groceries are great. Yeah, you go late. Here we've got we sometimes have grocery stores open till midnight, which are great, but not all of them. I don't think we have 24/7 groceries, maybe downtown, but that's a good question. I have no fucking idea. I like comedy. I just don't. Off the top of my head, I have no idea. I've been on Facebook enough to know that, like, if you scroll through Reels, you'll find, like, a million comedians. I've seen a bunch of comedians on Facebook Reels, but, like, outside of that, probably not thinking too much about it. Jack Black. People like Jack Black, but I just I don't know, comedians and comedy and all that stuff. I just don't think about it enough. Facebook Reels taught me that Jack Black did the Lava Chicken song in one take. Facebook isn't so bad. I don't mind Facebook. I think a lot of people give Facebook a bad rap. I think it's all right. It's okay. Doom scroll. Well, the only time I would ever doom scroll is when I'm on the shitter. I'm not really a doom scroller. Mm-mm-mm. I've played a bunch of Classic. I think that's... I've played like 2 games of Live Server since it came out. It's Classic is so fun. The issue is I don't think people like watching Classic. That's a bit of a problem. It's so boring to watch. Like, oh my god, Tobias, I wonder what you're going to be doing. Is it building all the gold gen items on Gangplank and queue farming in lane until you get 6 items? Maybe. Unless you were talking about WoW. Sorry, I just saw Classic and I'm like, League Classic? I mean, either way, I'll say this. I'm living the best gaming timeline, I think, of my life. For how companies have progressed, for how life kind of just keeps moving on, I have classic League back, and I have classic Warhammer Fantasy. Not like super, super classic fantasy, but like, you know, a good rendition of Warhammer Fantasy. And I'm very happy. Same thing with League, though. It's a rendition of Classic. It's not like a one-to-one. I get Warhammer and I get League. Two things that I love. Oops. Well, I mean, everyone can think back on their life and say, if I did this differently, it probably would have ended up a completely different way. If I didn't grind League, I wouldn't be here right now. Let's just say that. If I wasn't grinding League, technically, League made my life. Technically. You guys made my life a living hell. Yeah, you know, I mean, I just believe in things happen, and when they happen, oh well. I don't think you can manifest anything, but like, shit just happens, and the world keeps spinning, and life moves on. So, however things end up, the past is the past, the present is the present, and who knows about the future? You know, work towards something great, obviously, but like, just, I like to go with the flow. I think that's how I am. I don't think I look back at anything in my life and say, man, I regret that, even though it's terrible. Like, okay, that's not true. That's not true. We all regret something, but you can't dwell on regret, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so beyond you at this point, you can't go back, you can't change anything, so just keep rolling with it. It's just how it is. Well, my mom is... Every mother usually is supportive, so that was fine. My grandfather was like, I need to see some paychecks. My grandfather's the no-nonsense guy. He's like, if you're going to do this, I got to see some money. He said, then I'll believe you. I'm like, well, that's fair. You know, you can't really do something all day, every day, and try to make a living out of it without getting paid in some capacity. Well, you know what, though? Are they wrong? My mom is always the one to kind of say, hey, follow your dreams, follow your... It's like usual mother stuff, right? Moms are so supportive, even if it's not really doing too much. Your father's usually the strict one. Your father's like, listen, you fucking bum, get off the couch and get a job. So it was a very typical, you know, grandfather wants to see money. My mom's like, follow your passions. I guess it worked out both ways. I got to do what I love and still do what I love and also can make a living out of it, and that's awesome. You know, when it comes to certain things, you're just hopefully having a good time. Grandpa Dutch. Well, he's not cutthroat all about the money, but I mean, if you want to make a living, you have to make money, right? That's just reality. You don't do things explicitly to make the most amount of money. If you can make a living out of something you love and, you know, enjoy that, and it's like enough to keep you afloat, that's great. So right now, that's good. But that's just the reality of the world. So I'm glad people still enjoy what I do. You know? That's awesome. Well, I didn't want a dog. It's, again, very stereotypical. No, I don't want a dog. And then when you get one, you're like, I can't believe I said no to this thing. It's like every person ever when it comes to animals who didn't want one. And it's not that I don't like animals, it's more of a restrictive living condition experience. It's like we have room for me and Ivana, and the only way we'd ever make an animal work is if it was small enough. Because a small dog is, you know, we have space for a small dog. Don't have space for a big one. And, you know, for the sake of Mochi, he fits perfectly. Like, he's got a lot of room. He's manageable. So, there's no problems. If it was a big dog, 100% no. No way. Well, you don't think about that stuff. You know, I'm sure it crosses people's minds, but, like, you just don't want to think about anything like that. I like to live in the present. I love the past so much, but, like, living in the present and just enjoying what you have currently without a thought of that occurring is good. But, again, it is reality. So, I mean, probably Ivana. What he likes to do, so I've got my stream room here, and the bedroom is like right next door. And what he does is he sits in the middle of the door frame, and he looks at me because he knows Ivana's behind him. So he knows we're both right next to him, and he'll just do that and stare at us for hours. Or he'll come over and run around and be a psychopath, but, you know. He's a very, he's a very anxious dog, but he's a very, lovable one. Zootine, hello, sir. I actually have to leave soon. Or within like an hour, I gotta go. I gotta go get a prescription and take care of a few things, then I'll be on the stream on the main channel. I at least just want to sand down all these nubs before I go. Sand down the nubs. I gotta sand down the nubs. I then need to probably put Mod Podge over all the edges and then paint the edges and then coat the edges and then they're done. Or coat the whole thing in like a matte sealant. Get the most out of my cheapo cardboard terrain. This doesn't need to be open. This is just cardboard terrain. I'm just gluing it all together and cleaning up the edges so they're not so ugly. Just cheapo terrain. Right now it's 11:50. So probably in the next like 30 minutes or so, I do want to head out. Once I finish all this. Yeah, once I do all this. Mochi! Mochi's looking at me. He's going crazy. You see what fucking Picasso put in the Discord with Mochi? Anyone see that fucking thing? I don't even know if that guy's here in this chat right now, but I was looking at it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, post the images of Mochi to Discord. I gotta do something. And then this is what he did. Tobias Rage compilation. What is that? Okay, that never happens, though. Mochi is never scared of anything. Not to mention when I rage, he's not even near me. Yeah. That's funny. The last time I raged was probably 2 weeks ago when I smashed my fucking controller after fighting like 5 Ingrids in a row when I just woke up, which I was not in the mood for. Fucking nasty game. I hope I wasn't streaming that. Hell no. Fuck no. I don't know. Raging and all that stuff, I get it. People find it entertaining. I don't do it fucking willingly. Like, you just get mad, man. You just get pissed off. Some things just give you disease. Ingrid is one of those fucking disease-ridden characters. Well, I mean, Ingrid is an inbred, but yes, Ingrid. I think it was like 5. It was like 4 Ingrids in a row when I was playing Geef when I just woke up and I just wasn't in the mood. I don't know why I wanted to play Street Fighter so bad when I woke up, but man, that was not the right choice. Bro, it's just a nasty game. I don't know. Normally I don't care, but sometimes you're just in a bad mood, and I think that was one of those bad mood moments. Wait, can I just chop these off? No, there's no way. I don't think it's always passion. I think it's just anger. It isn't always passion, let me say that much. I mean, the thing about raging, though, is that if you're really addicted, the rage is a lot worse. If it's casual flame, okay, great, fine. But, like, I mean, yeah, some people get really into it. I don't play Kano anymore, yeah. I just don't really go back and play MK too often. Not that I hate it. You know, it's great, but for the sake of fighting games, I'd rather just play Street Fighter right now. SF6 is like just super good. And I got Geef, so I don't play anything off stream. Currently, with how much time I actually have to do anything, I don't play anything off stream. Whenever you see me on stream is usually the time I have in the day for, like, any gaming. Which is not often. Like, if you don't see me online, I'm not really on my PC at all, to be honest. It's just the current situation in life. Sounds healthy. It sounds busy. Just a little bit busy. We don't know yet. Probably next year. It was supposed to be last year. I'm told a lot. I'm not in control of any of that stuff, man, so I can't give you an exact date, but I'm going to assume next year sometime. I'm told things and then I relay them and think about them and you know, then I'm told something new. So it's still on the horizon. In the meantime, it's a lot of cleaning up, downsizing, throwing things into storage, selling things, getting rid of things. It's an eclectic mix of a million different things that need to happen. It's just cardboard, man. Me and my girl just bought a house. That's awesome, bro. Hey, congrats on that, man. That's the biggest purchase of your life, brother. Yeah. Cardboard terrain, but we're trying to just spruce it up and figure out how to make it a bit more sturdy and throw it into storage. Less league equals better quality of life. It can be. House? Hell no, brother. That shit's expensive. No. For the future, we'll see where we want to go and how we want to tackle it, but houses are very expensive, man. Well, it depends on where you live. Toronto, Ontario is not. In Toronto, no. Pretty expensive. But Quebec is a lot cheaper. It's just you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Yeah, we'll figure it out, though. We got time. How many more pieces do we have? Quite a few, actually. Quite a few to sand. Let's do this. CA money? What are you talking about? Canadian money? Yeah. This has nothing to do with Canadian money, but the coolest fucking money in the world. The coolest bill I've ever seen was the $1 bill from the US. I don't know what it is about that bill, but you feel rich. Like, you don't, but you do. I don't know how to explain. I'm not used to $1 bills. We have coins here. Every time I was in the US and I held like 5 $1 bills, I'm like, oh my God, I've got 5 bills. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Whenever I think about money, that's always like something that comes to mind. The $1 US bill. Although coins should be more impressive, but yeah. All right, I gotta go soon. We're almost done with these. Scottish 10 has otters on it. That's cool. All these, like, creatures, and we got a loon on our loony. We call them loonies and toonies. We have a bird on them. Later today it's going to be. Canada's still part of the Commonwealth. What? Listen, Canada is, let's just say this. Ever since they got rid of Toonie Tuesdays at KFC, it's gone downhill. Our money is a joke. Toonie Tuesday? I mean, fuck, probably 10 years ago, man. I think they still have those deals, but, like, I don't know. When you're a kid, they feel a little bit more fun. When I was younger, yeah, my stepfather would take us to McDonald's for lunch, and we'd just get like a bunch of cheeseburgers. That's it. That'd be the lunch. A little bit cheaper. I mean, that's got to be a long ass time ago, though. I don't know about 49-cent burgers when I was eating, but you know, if it gets the job done, it gets it done. Some days you don't want to make food. Speaking of food, yeah, I'm really fucking hungry, though. I don't want to talk about food unless I'm eating at this point. I am starving. I need sustenance. Oh, was it one day a year? Oh, gotcha. I mean, that would be... Fuck, that was great, then. You know, that really just goes to show you how much money it actually takes to make that food. That's the scary part. That's when you realize you're not even eating food. You're eating, like, dirt off the ground. Which tastes good. So I'm not complaining too much. Alright, we got a few more walls, and I am out of here for now. I don't think this was glued. Sean, hello, sir. It can take long. It just depends on how crazy you want to get with it, right? I think for the average painter, it's a long process. For sure, though. But, you know, there's a lot of different techniques and ways to kind of just, like, cheat the system. I wouldn't say cheat the system. There is no right way to paint, but Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, even painting anything, you're not wrong. It's a lengthy process, but again, there's ways to kind of speed things up if you want to go that route. Painting takes time. Going through it and being like, I gotta perfect this. This looks a little bit off. Let's repaint it. Blah, 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 blah. But, you know, if you love it, you love it, right? It can feel like work at times, but man, does it feel good to finish something, I gotta say. Yep, exactly. Do you want to do 4 layers, or do you want to do, like, 2? Yeah. This is just fantasy, cheapo, cardboard terrain. I'm just trying to put it together. Yeah, at least they're continuing his legacy, though. The guy who's doing, I forgot his name. The guy who's currently the frontman for Static X is really doing a lot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 1000%. And yes, hello, sir. It's cool when you've got, you know, bands or frontmen or any musician is hard to replace, I find, in certain bands. Like, when you've got such a presence, especially when you're the vocalist, you know, it's really, really hard to kind of, like, replicate that energy. Implying you even want to kind of keep the same tone or keep it going as you always have. Big shoes to fill. Well, yeah, I was thinking of that. I'm like, Dave Brocky is probably one of those guys where you can never find another person like him. But, you know, they always go back and, for the sake of Guar, I mean, they had the older Beefcake, right? I forgot his name, but he's doing all that stuff now. And, I mean, it's good. New Guar is good. Obviously, the Brocky stuff, in my opinion, is better. It is the best, but it's like, what do you do at that point? Do you disband and do nothing, or do you try and continue what you had and make the most of it, you know? Yeah, Slipknot is... I know they recently got rid of, whatever his name was, I forgot. I don't know their names, but it was one of them. Yeah, that band isn't really its original lineup, but... Well, the new singer for Gloryhammer is really fucking good. That guy's good. They're both good. Like, he's good. I think it's always a bit jarring when you hear someone at first, you're like, oh, this is not what I know. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's good. Sean the Clown, is it? What is it? AI. Yeah, I've seen a lot of AI recently. I'm out and about. I'm seeing moving trucks using AI for advertising. I'm seeing Pokemon vendors use it for advertising. I'm like, guys, all right. Gajira is good. Yeah, for sure. I don't listen to too much Gojira, but they're not bad. I mean, the most egregious AI thing I've talked about recently, or at least have seen, is I keep getting... Let me turn the music off. I can't focus. I keep getting this YouTube advertisement of people trying to sell AI in businesses as, like, assistants. And he's like, yeah, I have a team of 5 people, and my team gets to focus on the stuff that matters while the AI takes care of the front desk. And effectively what that means is the receptionist, when you call this company, is AI. And it's like, aren't we tired of not talking to human beings? Like, how many times have you called a place and have talked to a fucking robot and not a person? And you're just like, fuck this company. And then it takes 92 different prompts to talk to a person. Yeah. So that's a bit of a weird one. That's like frustrating as shit. It's a human being. How can I assist you today? You can't. Give me a human being. It's like, okay. And then you go through 25 more questions, then maybe you get there. Guess it all depends on how good the robot is. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I'm like, if that's one of the biggest problems I think people have when it comes to talking to companies is you want to find someone to talk to. Yep, the appropriate team. It's like, this is not the right team. Let me get you to the... Well, you know what, though? When you do get through, of course, it feels amazing, and sometimes they take care of you immediately, and it's great. YouTube ads are slop. Yeah, you know what? There's also YouTube scams going around. I don't know if you see it, but you've got, like, AI voiceovers of politicians who are at, like, a conference, and they're talking about making money monthly. And they're like, with this simple program, I've made $5,000 a month, and you can too. And it's like, anyone with a brain going on is going to see that this is obviously a fucking scam, but some people don't know that. It's super bad. Like, that is... I don't even know how to explain how, like, how does that pass on YouTube? Like, there's no automated system for ads. You just kind of pay the money and you get on there. Like, what the fuck? Like, surely there's a human being reviewing the ads, no? Like, even in some capacity? Like, holy fuck, man. It's a blatant scam. You've got, like, Justin Trudeau on the screen, and he's not even, like, a part of anything anymore. Yeah, that is just so bizarre. Well, that's crazy. Okay, I don't know what the hell you guys are watching. I haven't seen that. Whatever country you're in, that's the shit they're peddling. That's what they're peddling then, because I have not seen that. Like 3 a.m. in Bosnia. United States. All right. Yeah. There you go. Hey. Pay a bit of money, and it just gets on there, and they're done. There's no system. There's nothing. It's just like, you want to display this, you could do it. As long as you pay us, great. Yeah, really, really scary shit. There's just no automated anything anymore by humans. It's all just done by robots, and it's all terrible. Same thing with YouTube channels. When they're flagged or reported or claimed, I mean, it's all robots. Like, yes, there's human error, but, like, at least human beings have been staring at it for 2 seconds to give it some sort of, like, decent evaluation. Scary. Yeah, who knows? Hey, who knows? YouTube is a great place to be. Yeah, we're about to be heading out, folks. I got like one more wall after this, and then we're gonna call it here. You know what I saw, bro? You know what's another one? Okay, so there's a betting website. I don't know the name of it, but they have advertising on YouTube, and they're like, look at the logo on screen. Find us online today, because they can't advertise their shitty fucking betting site. And so they have like a bunch of shit graphics and things like floating around on screen with the logo of the website kind of like transparent. It goes, wow, wow, wow. Find us now. Find us now. Find the logo on screen. Look us up online. Like, okay. People are shameless. It's so bad. It is so, it's just the machine, bro. It just keeps on moving. Kids used to have a personalized channels with funky colors and stuff. Well, that seems pretty fun. Better than what we're getting now. Yeah, it is. It's just a fucking shit show. We're inching ever closer to levels of cyberpunk that we've never seen before. Listen, another guy uploaded a model of a Titan from 40K on an STL website, and he puts files in front of it to dodge the license ban. I don't know, bro. People are... I don't know, man. It is so strange. There is no more common in sense. Or sense in common. I don't think there's any bots, personally, but... yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's any bots, personally. There may be in some games, but what would be the point? Why would you need a bot in Classic, you know? I liked it. I mean, I still play Classic, and I want to go play Classic today. As I said, I'm taking like 2 days off, maybe 3 days off from being busy just to stream and get back to normal a bit, so we got some streams coming up this afternoon. Yippee! Um, how do you unlock the classic skins? I don't have any idea. I just ended up getting them, and I've played probably a week's worth of games, maybe a couple days worth. So I think maybe just by playing TF into AP Nunu mid. Yeah, you're just gonna get perma poked. I mean, you should beat him in terms of macro, but you'll never beat him in lane. The thing about Classic League is that it's so cut and dry. You have characters that just, like, throw shit into you, and you have no counterplay. You just take, like, half your HP bar. The counterplay is building items. That's it. There's no mechanical outplay. It's brain power to build an item to outplay. You know? You can't really do much. Okay, these are done, but I actually have to glue this little boat. Well, it's just life right now. We have a lot of cleaning and organizing and just preparing for a move in the future, and yeah, it's just a big hectic mess. That's really all it is, man. Whenever I'm doing something, it needs to be productive. I'm not really chilling. Well, you know, gaming is chilling. Doing this is chilling, but this is still kind of productive because I have to get through this shit anyways. Chuck it in a box or use it on a board, whatever it may be. So, getting there. I'm not willingly taking time off. I'm like, it's just a lot. Yeah, breaks are good though. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really had a break in a while. Yesterday was a full day of break. Today, after I'm done here, which is gonna be in a second, I need to go get a prescription. And then I gotta do a few things. And then I should be on for more taking a break League of Legends time, which is fun. Classic TF is probably what? Rabadon's, Void, Lichbane, DFG, and then whatever else you want with boots. Maybe Zonias and boots. What I would suggest, though, is probably going Archangels. You run out of mana way too fast. Yeah, even with GP, every character in old League runs out of mana very quickly. There's a lot of support items that actually give you AoE mana regen. It's super bizarre, but that's just how it was. Good to see you. Catch a stream. I actually have to leave right now. You just caught me at the very end of it, unfortunately. I've been just gluing and throwing things together, and we've been here for about 3 hours, so... Bridge. Everything's glued. Is that not straight? Why is it not straight? This is just now. This is random cardboard terrain that I have. It's all this battle systems. It's effectively just like really easy to make, really cheap cardboard terrain that you just kind of like throw together. And I have it, so I want to put it together at least. And then, you know, if we ever play games, it all goes in a bin. Great for moving, great for playing. You just take it out, you're done. It's cheap. But, yeah, I got to go through and probably Mod Podge all the edges and then paint the edges and then spray everything down with like a matte sealant. Just to make it look a little bit better. Get your money's worth. But it looks fine on the board. Ugh. Some of this stuff is older than when I played. I don't know what's for lunch yet, but yeah. Classic League right now is more of a mix of different things. It's got a bit of everything. You really just have to experiment. I think that's the biggest thing with Classic League is you just have to kind of like fuck around and find out. Which is how I even came up with that GP build. I'm like, I just want to make money again. So I bought a bunch of money items and I'm like, okay, upgrade this into this, upgrade that into that. And then you just get a build and it works. Back in the day, you did the same thing. You just fucked around and found out. Well, yeah, you got to prime minis because primer takes paint. It just helps it stick. You got to do a lot of stuff on minis, man. It is it's a process. It's a process that right now a lot of people are trying to figure out because a lot of people got into the hobby recently, which is great. Priming minis is like mandatory. Yeah, if you want to start painting. All right, everyone, though, I need to go. Thank you for hanging out. I will be on this afternoon after I get back from taking care of a few things, and we'll be streaming League for the rest of the night. All right, everyone, so thank you. Be well. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll catch you guys when I see you next. Peace, peace, folks. What day is it today? Before I leave, sorry. Have a good Wednesday.